Well, hello, folks. Welcome back to The Slice. I'm back from Indian Wells, and I got a bit of a tan, as you can probably tell. But the finals are set. It's been a crazy tournament, and I'm going to give you a comprehensive breakdown and preview of the finals and how we got here right now on The Slice. So we got blockbuster finals in both the men's and the women's, I think. And the 80% of the Slice fans predicted that Delpo and Federer would be in the finals because they're the smartest tennis fans in the world. So we have a crazy match here. And how did we get here, though? How did Federer and Del Potro make it to the finals? Well, Federer played in an insane semifinals against Borna Coric from Croatia. A star is Borna this week at Indian Wells because he's made it to the semifinals, and his ranking is going to go way up, obviously. But this match against Federer was serious business because I tuned in like halfway through the first set, and Federer was in deep trouble. It's a script that I'd seen a lot before. Borna was playing out of his mind. He was hitting the ball super deep and like just not missing, and Federer was getting rattled. Federer was off of his rhythm. People were saying it could have been his back, the early morning match, the 11 a.m. match he's not really used to, but all credit goes to Borna Coric, who played amazing like he has all week. And he won the first set, and then he was up a break in the second set. And I was like, well, Federer's going to lose. And I was like, you know what? All credit to Coric. He found maybe he made Federer a little bit off, and he totally capitalized on it. But Federer was able to break back and then take that second set, which is I can only credit it to his experience, obviously being around for so long, and it's just mental toughness in those like final moments in the set, just overcoming Coric's power, and Coric probably tightening up a little bit. But Coric's movement is just, it's amazing. He looks like the perfect breed of what like coaches should be coaching their kids to be like now. He's got these simple strokes, forehand and backhand, just kind of backhand like Murray or Djokovic, and he moves insanely well, which is what you need to do to be an amazing player nowadays, especially on the hard court. He moves really well. Every stroke is good. He has no weaknesses, and that's the type of player that's really hurt Federer in the past. Moves well, plays great defense, and has really no weak shots where Federer can go to. So it was really tight, but then Federer was able to pull through, and the third set was super tight as well. And Federer just, that crazy mental strength that Federer has. He didn't get as negative as I've seen him in the past when he was down, and he really had to fight and push through in this match, and that got him through. So all kudos to Federer. Coric maybe deserved to win the match. He didn't deserve to win it because he didn't, but he played amazing, and it easily could have gone his way. But Federer, the GOAT, just pulled through and showed why he is the greatest of all time, showed his mental strength again, which is one of the big things I talk about as setting Federer apart from the rest of the field. And Fed showed that he's here to win it, and he's not, going to lose anytime soon. Well, at least not maybe until the finals, until tomorrow. And who's he playing? He is playing Juan Martín del Potro, who's been on a really good winning streak as well. He won Acapulco coming into Indian Wells, and now he's walked through Indian Wells. He hasn't been like a cruise control time to the finals for Delpo. He's played a few tough three-setters, but he's been playing really well. Hitting big forehand and backhand. His backhand's got a lot better because I think his wrist might be more solid than it was at the end of last year. But he's been playing good. He kind of creamed Raonic in the semifinals there. Wasn't really that close, even though Raonic had a nice return to form kind of here at Indian Wells. I saw him practice when I was down there. It was cool. He's looking good, and he's been playing better, so that's good for the Canadian fans to see. If you've been following the Instagram, which you should, if you're not, you're just missing out. We always do polls on how is Raonic going to injure himself next. Like I've been posting pictures like of him just doing little things. I'm like, what are the chances that he's going to get injured doing this? And everyone always thinks it's pretty high. So the final is set. Federer versus Del Potro. It's a blockbuster. If I had to say who looks more in form coming into the final, I got to go with Federer because he has had a more clean route to the final as far as the wins that he's had. The only match where he looked slightly behind was this last one against Coric, which I don't know what was going on, but Coric was playing that was the best opponent he'd faced all match or all tournament. But Federer's played great in the matches. He's served really well. He's moved really well, and his backhand has been really good. Until this last match with Coric, his backhand started to break down a little bit. But throughout the tournament, he's been hitting over at lots, just like he was in the Australian Open final in 2017, and he's been looking good. So I think he's a bit more in form coming into the final. But Del Potro, obviously dangerous. Big old Argentinian, got the huge serve. He's been serving well. And what he's been doing is just, like when I watch, I got like front row seats basically in that night match. I watched him beat his compatriot, Leonardo Mayer. He's hitting so hard, so low, and he's moving good. And like I said, his backhand is better. So his backhand, he's able to hit cross court and down the line now. He's been able to play more freely and move. So the final is going to be amazing. I'm leaning Federer for sure because he's in form right now. He's the #1 player in the world, and he's been playing amazing. But there's definitely a window of opportunity for Delpo because Federer didn't look his best against Coric, and we'll see how he comes out in the final. So obviously could go either way. Delpo is obviously not an easy ask for anyone, and this is what we wanted at Indian Wells, a tournament where there was a lot of upsets earlier, so not a lot of the seeds made it through, but I would say the two biggest favorites at the beginning for the slice have made it to the final. So it's going to be crazy. And in the women's final, there's also a blockbuster final. It's not really blockbuster because these names aren't huge, but it's interesting because Naomi Osaka, who is in the final, has been playing unreal. She's been murdering girls on the way to the final, including world #1 Simona Halep, and she murdered Karolina Pliskova, which I was there for. And the way she was hitting was just disturbing. It was like Novak Djokovic, the female version, just hitting really deep, hard from everywhere, back, forehand, moving amazingly well. She's looking really good. But then Daria Kastakina is also playing unreal. She's beat Stevens, Wozniacki, Kerber, and Venus Williams in that order. So playing unbelievable. They're both meeting in the final, playing their best tennis. So that's going to be super interesting to watch. So the men's final and the women's final, blockbusters at Indian Wells 2018 this year. And that's just what tennis fans want to see, right? Isn't that just great? Tennis is alive and well, and the Indian Wells Tennis Gardens is definitely the place to be. I'm back in Canada now, but all eyes are going to be on the final tomorrow at Indian Wells. So what's your prediction? Leave a comment down below saying if you think my analysis is right. Who do you think is looking better coming to the final, Federer or Delpo? And who do you got winning? Obviously, go to the website as well, theslicetennis.com, because our boy Calvin Hill from Scotland has written an article predicting the final, and he actually wrote the men's semifinal predictions before the quarterfinals were even played. He knew who was going to be in the semifinal somehow. So that at least deserves a read. So go there, slicetennis.com, and read the article. And as always, thanks for watching, because the Slice Tennis fans are getting educated, right? We were becoming very, very smart. That's why 80% of the people, like 4 days ago, knew that Federer and Delpo would meet in the final. So thanks for watching. Leave us a like down on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything more this upcoming tennis season. Thanks for watching, folks. The Slice Tennis News on Instagram is where you get the most up-to-date stuff. So if you're at a tournament or you're going to a tournament, let me know, and you can get on our Instagram and post for us at The Slice Tennis. Follow it up, and then go to the website, theslicetennis.com, where you can buy this shirt for a discounted rate of $24.99 for a limited time only. Well, there's only a few left, and thank you again for the support. I love you. Take care, and I'll see you after the final.